I think today's 22 or 23. I'll have figured it out at some point in time between now and when I put the video together. Ran across a guy named Raven that I've been leapfrogging with for, more than a week now. So it's always good to see a friendly face. And then two of the folks that I saw at Saltlick Gap, they paused at the shelter with me whenever I was eating my oatmeal and juicing up. I think they stayed. That's just water runoff. Talked to him for a few minutes, so they're behind me by not too far. So today, the goal is to walk really far. The NOC is 11, 12 miles, something like that. There's a shelter a little bit before. When I checked at the last shelter, it was 10 miles. So I'd be silly to think I can get there today, but sure would be cool if I could. But I don't have anywhere that I'm intending on stopping at for too long, but by about 4 o'clock I start getting pretty tuckered. I need to sit and refuel and rejuice and everything else, so we'll see how far I get today. But if I get to that shelter, that will have been a 12 or a 13 mile day, which is the longest by far I've ever done. Make up for that 2.5 I didn't do last night. Getting up that mountain. I made a good choice where I stayed. So, if I can, this might be the beginning of the last one. I think the uphill climbs stop pretty soon, and then it'll be a lot of downhill. I used to think that was easier, but not so much anymore. So, we'll check in after I top it, and I make sure that that's where I'm going. So, I've talked before about when you get to the top of the mountain, you can see sky through. So you're like, okay. Problem is, you're climbing up one mountain, and you get to the top-ish, right? Top enough. And you think, yeah, that was the mountain I was climbing. Problem is that you climb that mountain to get down to the spine of it, where you travel along, to go up another mountain that's just as high. But you couldn't see that mountain from the base of that one. Boom. You get excited for nothing. This is why you keep your eyes on the ground. That way, you don't get excited, and then you can't get disappointed. Some of these trees are massive. I'm telling you, if I lived up here, look at this thing. Freaking huge. Gotta be 3 foot in diameter. Not smaller, but look at this thing. And for that thing to come down. Oh, you hear that creaky? When you hear creaky in the woods, I mean, it's just like one of those, just stuck up there, barely leaning against that. So, whenever you set up hammock areas, you have to be quiet. I had to change my place 2 nights ago or a night ago. Look at this thing. It's rotted in the middle. Just absolutely massive. Anyways. So, onward I go. I think this uphill hike is like 1.2 miles or something. The survey crew was up here, I guess, measuring the tower. Told the guys they looked a little bit haggard coming down. So I got a lot of respect for y'all doing this as a job. So not only do you have to be intelligent, but hoof it up there. And the guy says, yeah, Coming down was pretty easy, but it sucked going up there. They were using a road, Forest Service road, I guess, that was close to traffic, but walking on it. At least that was a just straight incline. This one winds around. So I'll check in later. I'm flip-flopping with a couple I saw back yesterday. I take longer breaks. They take more shorter breaks. So they'll eventually catch up to me when I sit down and rest my feet. I'm not the only one that doesn't like roots. The trail keeps expanding to the left here, because nobody likes walking on that. So I should have a good view at the top. Should be a tower up there. I can't see the tower, so that means more heavy breathing for a long while. We'll see if there's a better shot. Camera can see higher than I can. And I just want to say that balds are just like the Georgia trails, where it's, let's see how fast we can get up a mountain. And I dislike that kind of hiking. Oh, my eyes are burning because I'm so sweaty, like disgusting sweaty. Can't really see. Who's that? I'm not climbing up there, even though that's a better shot. Oh, I should. You get to see it as I see it. Oh, wow. That was probably worth it. I'm going to be right down there in a boat. Just drinking as much water as I can. I'm going to assume that's Fontana Lake, actually. That would make sense. It's about the distance. Look at all those mountains. No, that can't be Fontana. It's going to be something by Bryson City. Fontana's further off than that. That's like 60 miles. Anyways. There's your shot. Beautiful. Way down there. Whew. Sweet. I was walking a lot of the day with a couple I met yesterday named Steve and Paula. I gave me my first trail name to try out, which is Saltlick, because of how much salt I have on my shirt. The fact that I like hunting and farming, so I said that will stick for now. Nothing deep, just Salt Lake. So they stayed at a shelter. There's a older guy there that asked the questions and gave me a forum to give him an earful about behaviorism and business. And boy, howdy. Cool views, sun. I got maybe an hour and a half left of sunlight. Problem is, I'm 3 miles away from the worst water you can get. And the descent is not what I thought it was going to be. The trail was nice getting into the last shelter. The trail is not nice. Oh, after I climbed up this mountain, which I didn't realize was so tall. And I don't know if you can see all the way down there. Those are pretty tall trees. That's just on the ridge of the next mountain. And I'm going all the way to the bottom. Eventually. That was planned on being tomorrow. But there was water along the way. And this is like a sheer face, it looks like climbing over frickin' rocks. So that 3 miles, which I thought, oh, that'll be easy. I'll just walk down 3 miles on this nice little path. Just like every frickin' other thing on this trail. I really don't like my maps that I use. They say they're the best maps. Like, how is this even the trail? I know this is the trail. But like, you fall off there, you're just dead. You trip there, you're dead. And I heard a murder of crows eating something earlier. It's been very steep. Holy smajoli, that's really like... Yeah, that's like a sheer drop off. Those poplars are like 40 or 50 foot tall, and they're 40 or 50 foot below me, so... Huh. Like, I just... Boop. That's crazy. And it's windy up here. Oh, it's windy. Okay, so I'm gonna... Holy crap. Like, this is the trail. That's the trail. That's it. Climbing over freaking... Oops! No, I'm just playing. I'm not really. But like that. That is... This is the trail. This is what I have to deal with right now. Thinking it was going to be an easy downhill descent. That path looks good. That path does not. And that path has been more of what I've been seeing, interspersed with that path, which gets to another one of these. Anyways, I'm not happy. I should have gotten water. I should have followed my own advice and never gone without it. I'm fussing. I actually have like a liter and a half, but it's still scary because if you have to camp overnight, that means no eating because that takes too much water. So I'm not eating. Maybe I'll just eat all my candy bars. Oh no, decisions to make. Anyways, that's like at least, what am I, 6 foot? There's 6, 12, 20 foot down. Oh, that's my life right now. I'm unhappy. I'll be happier whenever I find a seep or something I can get water out of. I'm going to put this down so I don't die. Well, I got to a campsite. I did not get to water. So I was walking down. It was like a tunnel of misery for quite a while. There was no place to get off, steep on either side, couldn't hang a hammock anywhere. And anyways, I finally got down to a bit smoother trails. I drank some water. I sat down. I thought about it. I still have half a quart, so I'll chug that in the morning. And then I should be good because it'll be cold enough going downhill. I'm confident the trails will probably get better now. As you get towards the bottom of the mountains, the trails smooth out some. So I think I'm past the worst of it. It'll still be a mile or so, but mile or two. But I should be at the knock by noon, and then I can do some laundry, probably upload some videos, that kind of stuff. Talk to my wife, got some resupply heading to Fontana Lodge, which seems to be a nice place. I'll go visit them and buy some stuff from them. They have a shuttle and everything. So, and I can print off my Smokies pass there at the lodge. They seem like good folks. So, and then I can send some stuff home too from there. That'll be nice. Get a different charger and stuff sent in to me. So, overall, I ate 2 candy bars. Then I started feeling better. That's my rule. Anytime I start feeling a little panicky, just have some candy. It'll be okay. And then at the knock tomorrow, I'll probably have lunch with one of the couples I was walking with, Steve and Paula. Nice folks from South Carolina. We've just kind of been leapfrogging each other, and they were the ones that gave me the nickname Saltlick. Funny folks. Anyways, and then we'll see where we go from there. I might lay over at the knock and then make it into Fontana on Saturday or something. Again, there's no pressure to go really fast, but I did pull 9.5 miles today, I think, so almost my 10. I rubbed a blister on the underside of my right foot. My feet, gosh, I need something. Shoes, socks, something. These Dickies that I have are not. They're pretty flat and pretty abrasive now. So I put some moleskin and wrapped up my my right foot. Maybe I need to change out my insoles again. That's probably what I need to do. I didn't think I'd have so many problems with my feet. That's like my biggest concern. My sweating I can deal with. The feet, But tomorrow's probably going to be an easy day. Like I said, I might just stay at the shelter, walk back up at night, go back to the knock, finish up some business there, uploading stuff, and then head over to Fontana. That should be a fairly easy jump. After walking out of the knock on the other side, it is 6 miles steep uphill, from what I understand. 6 miles. So if I make it up that in one day, I'll be doing well. I did so much uphill today. Those balds kill me. Because again, it's like how it was in Georgia. It's like, oh, hey, there's the top of a mountain. Let's go there. And the last one I summited, I was mad. Probably because I was hungry, but also because there is no way people walked that from village to village around here. No, that was somebody just saying they wanted to go see the top of a mountain. Cool views, but I thought I was going to die. There were no guardrails. It was scary. So, anyways, I'm alive. I think tomorrow will be better. I hope tomorrow is better. Pastor Steve prayed for me, and this was probably one of the hardest days I had, so maybe save your prayers. They don't turn out kindly for me. So I will check in tomorrow, and it will be a better day, hopefully.